Hi guys, and welcome to the Awakening Energy. I'm Skeed. This energy transmission, no hands needed. You know how to connect. Just connect. This energy, this chi, this prana, Kundalini activation energy. There are many teachings out there. Telling you how to become spiritually awakened, how to awaken your Kundalini, how to connect. The true essence is just to clear your mind, present in the moment, and disconnect your mind to connect to the energy. Once your mind is busy, mental chatter, there will be no awakening. Once you're concentrated on some technique, there will be no awakening. This is why some people have had very bad awakenings. Perhaps they've been on drugs or had some shock, and the mind goes empty. They connect to the energy and they're not ready. Which does create a paradox that has to be solved. Because you're living your regular way of being that you've always known, but at the same time there is this connection, and they compete. And this is where problems arise. Any bad awakening, you can see the stories, just search it on YouTube. And these arise because these people aren't ready. They're not present. The physical body perhaps isn't ready, got blockages, need to be harmonized and cleared. And even when you can still the mind and connect. Perhaps in a meditation session, you then go back to normal life, creating said paradox, creating this internal battle, which of course results in what we call the dark night of the soul, split personalities, Kundalini syndrome. Some people try to do this, living regular life, and having it at the same time. Whilst you can do that, there is always the juggling of this juxtaposition of two ways of being. So you must choose. If you wish not to activate the energies, we're doing that now. To awaken the Kundalini, you must let go of all beliefs, religious, spiritual, educational, political, biases, programming. And just be aware. So we call it an awakening. You wake up. It's always there. It's always been there. Not something you attain. It's just something you realize. You wake up to it. When you wake up to it, you connect to it. And if we always talk about Kundalini rising, or with Shakti, or Kundalini falling with Shiva. But then people are taught at schools, electricity are electrons being pushed down a copper wire. It's been proven the electrons don't move anywhere. So when we think of Shakti rising, it's not actually rising. We may have the physical sensation of it rising. It's sort of one particle, as it were, activates, which stimulates the next one, which activates, which stimulates the next one, which activates, which stimulates the next one, which activates. To give us the perception of rising. So there is in fact no Shakti and no Shiva, no rising and no falling. It's purely perception. It's just a matter of attuning, of waking up, of realizing, becoming aware of the subtle energy. People talk that this energy is intelligent. However, perhaps it's just energy. Together combined with what we might like to call spiritual consciousness, collective consciousness, or global consciousness. That is what directs the energy. So when the energy is awakened, it's not an on-off switch. It's not dualistic. It rises and falls like the heat of the day. The more it rises, the more you become awakened. The more we clear our minds, the more we can connect consciously. This consciousness combined to the energy is where the self-realization occurs. So we could say it starts in our first chakra, It rises. Why can't it start in the heart and go both ways? If we think about it, it rises, but until it really connects to our pituitary gland, our pineal glands, activate and clear and attune them, nothing really happens. The different parts of the brain becomes more engaged, more activated, we use more of it. Along with all those cells in the body, those brain cells, those neurons in the body we find in the heart and the stomach that have been discovered. And then we discover the energy breathing, no physical breathing, this movement of energy. With the energy connected, tapping into the consciousness, free of judgment, free of bias, free of questioning. Just let it be. Don't run a program, just let it be. Is where we find our true selves. As we do this, the energy will detoxify, rebalance our physical body. It's creating symptoms. It's different things. Balance and cleanse. To force the energy, to manipulate the energy. Comes through not manipulating the energy. Manipulating the energy comes through non-action. Strange, another paradox. Many teachings, all the religions, beliefs, systems built upon other beliefs and other systems, built upon other beliefs and other systems. It's a long game of Chinese whispers, where things become distorted and changed. People become to believe it must be done this way. Really? Must it? Must you seek a guru or an awakened being? If this is the case, how did the first awaken? Of course, I'm not saying it cannot be a shortcut. Someone who is awakened, perhaps not awakened, but they can manipulate the energies to help you manipulate yours. It's what people like myself do. Of course it can be done. Help you initiate yourself and jump levels. Of course. Clearing your mind is a different question. Whilst your mind is engaged, you can have a session with me or with someone else or a guru, but whilst your mind is engaged, you will be blocking That's why there are people that come to sessions and don't feel much. They do not release. They do not let go. They do not submit. The mind is not ready. The beliefs are not ready. I'm not necessarily saying they're not trying, but this is the problem. They're trying, they're not doing. Or they want this to happen. They want that to happen. And thus blocking what happens. Needs to happen. Namaste.